Hello, we are here to talk again water treatment. We remember that in our previous class we have talked that how we can clean or how we can treat the sewage water before sending it to the environment. And that was called primary and secondary sewage treatment. In primary, where we have removed physical and debris material from sewage water. In second step, just we have decompose the organic material by means of microorganism, that is called biological treatment. And in tertiary treatment, we have added some chemicals to kill the microorganisms from water, and that water has been disposed to the environment where it has no microorganism, no organic material, and no toxic things, no biological hazard is present in this water, which is going to be discharged into the environment. And organic material, which is the main constituent or main component of the wastewater, has been decomposed by means of microorganisms, and undegradable organic waste was decomposed by anaerobic microorganism in a sludge digester, and the sludge lastly has been dried and used as land fertilizer. So today we have to talk in this lecture how we can improve the sewage treatment. Further, what we can do that we will improve this, it will be easy or what? Improving sewage treatment system that exclude hazardous waste. So we can introduce such type of systems which will remove, which will separate the hazardous waste from sewage water. Because in sewage water up to this stage, all sewage either that is coming from industries, either that water is coming from homes, or either coming from uh, animal barns, all is going to be together and treated together. But such systems can be introduced which can separate the hazardous waste material from sewage water. Because why we need such type of system which can separate hazardous waste, because hazardous waste material can contain hazardous elemental content at degradation which can go into the environment, into the water bodies, and can uh, create problems. Non-hazardous substitutes, one thing is another which is implementable, which can be introduced, that is non-hazardous substitute. Suppose we are using in industries, in domestic environment, either in land fertilizer, we are using hazardous chemicals. So instead of those hazardous materials, we can use non-hazardous materials, the substitutes of hazardous materials. Substitutes of hazardous materials can be used for uh, uh, use of the use of use in daily routine. Composting toilet system is also a good alternate system, that organic material which is going to be which is produced from domestic environment, it will be composted into toilets, and gradually it will be applied into agriculture or barren soils as fertilizer, which can improve crop yield and productivity of such lands. Working with nature to treat sewage, it is the most effective strategy that uh, we can treat sewage water as it is going naturally instead of chemical and applied approach. Working with nature, natural microorganisms which are present in soil, they can, they could be active, they will be activated, and they will decompose organic material or sewage material from municipalities or from homes as animal manure or animal waste or bird waste in nature is going to be degraded or decomposed by environmental microorganisms. Using wetlands to treat sewage, this is the most effective strategy to treat the waste material because wetlands they have plants they can accumulate toxic and hazardous chemicals and it is biomass and keeping away this hazardous biomass for longer term from the environment and human usage because in the wetland we are growing plants. Okay, those plants they have ability to absorb hazardous materials, hazardous toxic materials which has been decomposed by means of microorganisms and basic elements of that hazardous material or compounds are available in solution form and from solution uh, it will be absorbed by plants to keep away it from the environment. Okay, this is the one activity for usage of the wastewater. Bennington with the University of the uh, Vermont ecological wastewater treatment. Wastewater they are collecting and they are using for this purpose to grow plants, ornamental plants, and many more. So such type of activity can be conducted from the wastewater to reduce its negative impact from environment. Should the Clean Water Act be strengthened? Yes. Environmentalists are saying yes, the clean water should be more and more strong. And saying no, farmers and libertarians, manufacturers and developers, they are saying no. Because uh, I don't know why they are saying because they have to more equip their the treatment of the wastewater to remove all type of pollutants from uh, that waste material. And the people who are interested in environment and they want to keep this environment clean for longer time, they are saying that uh, Clean Water Act must be strengthened because they want to keep the environment clean as well as everything should be according to nature. State and local officials want more discretions. Okay, about wastewater we have talked in detail. About wastewater, we talked that if we are living in a motel or we are living in remote areas where homes are present at distance and every house have to use it is our own wastewater treatment system that is septic tank that can be done individually as well as in municipalities, if we have seen that wastewater is collected in through uh, wastewater lines, sewerage lines, which is collected outside of the city, away from the city in one place, where wastewater treatment plants are equipped to treat that waste material. Either wetlands are developed to treat that water before living into the environment. So in developing countries, if you remember, in developing countries, it is still away. It is still far away. In developed countries, it is working efficiently. So in developing countries, also have to promote the wastewater treatment because majority of the population of this globe is existing on developing regions. So from developing regions, there is more contribution to the oceans, to rivers, to streams, to groundwater aquifers. So must have to keep clean these things. Now we are going for the drinking water quality because drinking water quality is much more important because if drinking water have some contamination, some type of pollution, animals and humans and others they will use, they will suffer in different diseases and can lead to pandemics. So, because groundwater is exposed, the surface water is exposed to the environment, where contaminants are coming from surroundings through surface runoff, through seepage of agricultural water, as well as discharge wastewater effluents which are coming from industries and homes. By any means, they are contaminating the drinking water. So, drinking water is also important to treat before it is used. Purification of, so there are uh, many fractions, many sides. Number one, purification of urban drinking water and purification of drinking water in developing countries. Uh, Bottled water can be provided to its community. So these are the some steps. Drinking water quality must be ensured. Whatever water we are drinking, it must be free from hazardous materials as well as from microorganisms. If these two things are present in water, if someone will use such water, that will suffer into various problems. So, in this era where we are present, there are advanced techniques and advanced facilities are available to treat the water, to clean the water. Different industrial setup. There is a huge industrial setup has been developed throughout globe to clean the water. They are taking water from ground, they are taking water from surface, and some in those countries where salinated water is present, they are going to, they have developed desalination facility to clean the marine water for drinking purpose. So here is, this is a water treatment plant. This is called slow sand filter. I have not mentioned the name, so I have to slow sand filter. So such type of facility is mostly developed in rural areas where a small number of population is dependent on that water, and few houses are living together at one place, small villages. Our individual motel system is there. So in such places, drinking water can be treated in this way. This technique is called slow sand filter. So we understand. So here it is very important to understand, if you will escape or if you will not be attentive, it can be escaped from your mind. This is slow sand filter. First we have to see the structure. This is a tank in ground. जमीन में कोई टैंकी मौजूद है. It is a tank in ground. Okay. At bottom of the tank, they have kept under drainage pipe. They have kept a pipe at bottom of the tank which is perforated. Okay. And at some space from here to this place, okay, maybe it is 5 to 6 centimeter, supported gravels has been placed above the pipes. At bottom, what they kept, perforated and drainage pipes, and that has been covered by the supporting gravels. This is layer of gravel, okay, and above the gravels, sand bed has been developed up to zero point 0.6 to 1.2 meter, up to this, up to. And the depth of the tank must be 2.5 to 4 meter according to the usage of water, according to the requirement of the water, that how much water we want to filter on daily basis. So sandbed 0.6 to 1.2. Now this is sufficient. Now we will talk about it later. Okay. Supernatant water reservoir. Now here we will see, this is sand, these are gravels, this is perforated pipe, and this is cemented tank. And from here, a raw water inlet, raw water will fill on this uh, above the sand. That is called supernatant water reservoir. So what will be when we will fill this above region 1 to 1.5 meter area here, we will fill the water. It will go down through sand pores. We must have to keep small sand particles, and water will be filtered through this sand because raw water is coming from here. It will pass through this sand, and all suspended and solid particles will be trapped on surface of the sand. This is the mechanism, and water molecules will pass through the sand pores, and all solid and suspended particles will adhere, will trap on surface of the sand, and only water molecules will pass. Even bacteria and viruses also will trap on above of the sand, inside of the sand, above of the sand, mostly at upper region of this sand bed, all living and biological and abiological suspended molecules will trap over here, and only water molecules will pass from here. They will pass through sand, they will pass through gravel, and will go into the perforated pipe, and this perforated pipe is connected through a regulating valve, one trimeter. Here we will keep a valve to control the flow of the water. This water will go from here and it will transfer into another tank. Here we can keep a opening for ventilation, that if some oxidation is required, if some smell is there, that will go from here, and this water will pass from here, and it can be collected in another tank, can be collected in another tank. From there, by a outlet, by a tap, clear water can be used for drinking purpose and for domestic purpose, for any type of purpose. Clean water reservoir. So this is called slow sand filter. Now here arises a question. You must have to concentrate and you have to understand it. When water will pass when raw water will pass from this uh, sand bed, all solid and suspended particles will trap on surface, and there will be a bed. They will show, they will fill all pores, and penetration of water will be stopped. So at this time, what we will, we have this type of instrument. We can remove the layer of organic material will form on surface of the bed by mechanics. By mechanics we can remove, by mechanical approach we can remove the scumdious symmetry depths. We can remove it physically, or we can uh, give a bath wash, that we will flow water from here, it will go here, and it will, when it will flow at opposite direction, that the layer which has been formed, biological film which has been formed on surface, will be cracked, will be break down, and that can be removed physically. So this is called slow sand filter. Okay. For details, you can go through a book, uh, and from book you can read in detail. If you have any questions, you can ask me in online system, either or through any other available resource. And have a nice time. Thank you very much for your attention.